Thank you, Pragati, for doing this interview for
It's a
us
pleasure.
at Brampton Talk. So, I wanted to start off by asking a little bit about this shop of yours. Can you tell us a little bit about the background and a little bit about this shop?
Sure. So I started this business last year, June 2021. I have taken over this business from the previous owner. So I'm like the second owner for this business, Dolcezza Custom Cakes. But previous to that, I was working here as a cake decorator and also as an intern. So it was a great opportunity that since I knew the business, as I was working here. So it was easy for me to take over as I knew most of the customers as well, most of the cake decorating style that we do, and everything in general about the functioning of this business. So which is why it was very easy for me to take over this opportunity. It was a golden opportunity for me and I just grabbed it.
Yes.
So that's how I started this. But previously to this, I also had my own cake decoration business. It was a small home business, and as an intern, I was working here as an intern. But because as a part of Humber College Pastry Arts and Management program, so I'm a
Okay.
graduate of that program.
Oh, wow.
That's how I found this business over here for my internship requirement.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so
Okay.
that's I thought I was qualified also to take over the business, and I got some experience working from home in this cake decoration field
So, how long have you been associated with this store?
since 2019
Oh,
with the
okay.
store. Yeah,
Okay.
it's about 2.5 years.
2.5 years. And then you took over this business in
Yes, I bought
2021.
the business when the owner wanted to retire, and she decided to sell it off. So I just grabbed that opportunity.
Yeah. So, Pragati, I wanted to ask you, when you took over the business from the previous owner, you must have had a new set of challenges, right?
Absolutely.
So, can you tell me a bit about those
Yeah.
challenges?
So most biggest challenge I would say is when you buy a business which has been established, which has a good name, good reputation. So it's the very most difficult part is to maintain that,
Yeah.
right? So that was a challenge to maintain that the level of the business. Another thing is coming from scaling from home business to a storefront is also has its own challenges, as in you are not really looking at so much administrative work. Then there's taxation, licensing, which is required when you are running a storefront business.
Yeah.
So those things were new for me. I had to learn all those, and so scaling up that way to a storefront was the biggest challenge, I would say.
Okay.
Because here you are actually multitasking, you are also
Yes.
managing inventory, you're the manager, you are the cake decorator, you are the baker. So you have to wear multiple hats when you are actually in a storefront like this.
Wow. Did you have any kind of help when you were doing this, or do you work alone, or have you hired anybody with
Yeah,
the
so
store?
we had a few some staff which was carried forward. So
Okay.
I had some help initially.
Okay.
The previous business owner has been really helpful. She's my mentor, she's my guide, she's also a friend now, and she also helps me. I take valuable advice from her regarding, because this is her baby and I want to take it forward now. So
Yeah.
I always give her credit, Miss Christina Romasco. So that's the thing. But I also hired new help. We have interns here. We also take high school interns and we teach them cake decoration.
Okay.
So I've had about 2 to 3 since the last year.
Okay.
And I also offer them jobs if they're really good at their skill.
Oh.
So yeah, then they get hired also if they wish
Wow.
to work.
That's fantastic, and that's a huge achievement in a very little span of time, I would say. Almost
you.
within 2.5 years, you've been able to scale up from
Yeah.
interning here to owning this business.
That's true. It had its own difficulties, but
Yeah.
I'm glad I did it.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you hire help here. So can you tell us a bit about that? You have interns here or
Yeah.
anybody working?
So we do have cake decorators who work here. We have bakers also. We work as a small team. It's not a very big team. So but we accept high school interns, interns from George Brown, interns from Humber College,
Okay.
which who are already into the cake decoration and baking pastry arts programs. So they are welcome here for interns, and after their internship, if they wish to work and if they are really good at it, then we do offer them jobs here. So last year we've had about 3 to 4 high school students who have interned with us. They really had a great experience because they learned everything about like running a storefront business. It was great learning
Yes.
opportunity for them.
Okay, that's fantastic. So I wanted to ask you a bit about the different kind of products you offer in your store. What are the different kind of cakes you have, and is there a crowd favorite, which you would like to talk about?
Yes, so the cakes that we offer are, we only make customized cakes, so that way every cake is different. So people send us the design, what they are looking for, and only those are the cakes that we make. So we don't have any standard designs mostly.
Okay.
So we do offer some designs to our online store. So out of that, Ferrero Rocher Nutella cake is the most popular. It's the best seller, and it's great for chocolate lovers because it's topped with all chocolates, and a very fancy cake if you really love chocolates.
So that's the USP of your shop then.
That's the USP, but more than that, I would say freshness is the USP of this place because we bake everything fresh, just for the customers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really fantastic. So, Pragati, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the business because the past 2 years, it's been 24 months since the pandemic has started, and I think the most hard hit have been small business owners. So, you must have had challenges in terms of, we have monthly costs, like being a small business owner. I do know that you have rent to pay, you have payrolls to maintain, you have stock which you need to purchase, you need ingredients, you must be having tons of upfront expenses. But with everything closed down or shut up, it must have been very challenging. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, it was indeed challenging when the first COVID hit us.
Yeah.
And definitely the business was shut down at that time. Mostly what it brought to us as small business owners is the uncertainty, because our business as a cake business, it depends mainly on people celebrating, right? We are always a part of celebration for people. So the more as the numbers got restricted on gatherings and all, so definitely there was a lot of uncertainty that came in. So even for us, for me rather, it was difficult to judge whether how do I maintain the stock, or do I need more inventory or not. Those things got affected,
Yeah.
So people were unsure about whether are we celebrating. Then they started ordering last moment, or some orders got cancelled.
Yeah.
So that was a huge loss that we suffered during that time. And other side effects, or which we are still seeing, is supply chain issues are a lot, and sometimes we don't get enough supplies that we need. So we are also dealing with that. There's employee issues that are also, we are shortage of employees to work, which is also a problem right now that we are facing. So these are all like after effects
of COVID.
Yeah.
Yes, and it has been not just for a few months, it's been almost for 24 months. So I always keep saying to any small business owner that just sustaining the business in itself is a huge achievement.
Absolutely, I would say that too. Yeah.
Yes, because it's not an easy task, keep surviving in the circumstances that were there. So my next question would be, like, as a small business owner, like you've recently acquired this business in 2021, do you see a plan or a career path for you within 5 years? Where would you like to take your business? Do you have any set plans for this?
I do wish to have like a production level scale up, so basically I really want to wish that I can move to a bigger place, have a bigger location, because we do have those many customers, and we need to really increase our level of production. So I
Okay.
do see myself growing out of this location into a bigger place whenever that will be possible. But that's my plan. I
Okay.
do plan to also offer some cake decoration workshops or classes in the near future, because that's what I love doing, and I would like to really connect with people and share my art, share my passion with people. So that's what I would be more interested in doing in the future as well.
Yeah, and that's really good to know, because I'm quite sure there will be so many people who would love to be a part of a cake decoration workshop, and get to see how it is to actually
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely.
work in a bakery of this sort. Yes.
Right, right.
So I just want to ask you one thing that I think you have. This is the last question I will ask you. That as a as a chef, you have seen right from interning to owning a business. You have basically come across a lot of circumstances. There are so many chefs who have this passion of baking cakes and setting up a home. You have come from a home servicing. I mean,
That's right.
yeah, you used to do this at home, and now you scaled up to a proper store. And I'm quite sure there are many of them who would love to be in your position. So can you tell what kind of advice you would like to give them, and what is the one piece of advice which really helped you in your business?
So, to all those who would like to scale up or to own a storefront business like this, I would say you first, most importantly, you got to be really, really good at what you're doing. So, you've got to be really passionate about it,
Yeah.
because you have to be determined enough that come what may, I will be able to do this or take over this on hand, because there are so many things that you can still learn while you are moving or scaling up.
Yeah.
But basic skill is something you have to be really good at it.
Yeah.
So unless you have that passion, that dedication, then don't take over
Yeah.
such a big step, because
Because
there will
I
be
don't think it's a
challenges.
9 to 5 job. Sometimes you may have to probably come in a little
Absolutely.
early. You may
It
have to
takes
stay
over
late.
your life basically owning something like this. So it's a 24/7 thing.
Yeah.
It never stops. Sometimes you don't get vacations. So that's very common in this
Yeah.
kind of a business. So
Yeah.
that's why I say have complete faith in yourself. Make sure that your skill is up to the mark before you jump into something like this.
Yes, I think that's fantastic to know, and it was so great speaking to you, Pragati, because I think it shows that you know you can really scale up if you have the passion to do what you love, and then do it beautifully and present your skill to the customers, and
Absolutely.
you can always bring up and scale up your business this way, and make I mean, a lot of people always keep saying that when you start a business, they always talk about how tough it is, but then it is possible with the passion and dedication you throw into your craft. So,
Absolutely, yeah. If you have that, then yeah, you can reach places.
yeah. So thank you so much for doing this, Pragati, and I'm sure I will be ordering my next cake from you sometime very soon.
Absolutely, Sadhna. It was wonderful. It was a great pleasure. Thank you for having me today.
Thanks.
Thank you.